welcome to my little corner. In this video, I'm gonna share with you my favorite movies of 2017. So first, I want to say that I did not watch every single movie that came out in 2017, especially the ones that came out very recently. So for example, I did not watch Thor, Justice League. I haven't watched Star Wars. Yeah, so basically the movies that I haven't watched will not be on this list. So just keep that in mind, but I did watch a lot of movies. So let's get right into it. Also, would like to say that after I tell you my whole favorite list, I'm also gonna mention the worst movie of 2017 in my opinion, so stay tuned for that. Number 10 on my list, I have 50 Shades Darker, and I know that a lot of people hate the series, the books, everything, and they just cannot even with it. But I actually quite enjoyed the movie. I watched it Valentine's Day and it was pretty hot. And this time Christian is trying to get Anastasia back, and basically they're just, they get back together and stuff happens and a lot of sexy happens. There's not much to say about this movie because you already know what it's about. But I thought it was actually really good. I don't know, I really enjoyed it. Number 9 on my list, I have A Cure for Wellness. Now this movie was both interesting, refreshing, and disturbing all at the same time. Basically, this guy goes to this wellness center where people are supposed to get better from some kind of illness, but then he gets stuck there and then he finds himself with the same illness that everyone else has and is trying to be cured. And then he starts to realize that the place is actually making you sick instead of curing you. The movie is actually quite disturbing at times and you're just like, what the hell? What is this? This is too weird. But it's actually very interesting, and it's very different from probably everything that you've seen before. At least I've never seen anything like that. Number 8 on my list, I have Split. Now, this movie came out January, right in the beginning of the year. I loved it. It was great. The story is about this man that has multiple personality disorder, and he has 23 or 24 personalities, and he kidnaps these 3 girls, teenage girls, and then, he just has all these personalities coming out at different times, and then the girls are just like, what is going on? This is too weird. And then there's another personality. I don't know if it's the 24th personality or the 20. Anyway, there's a personality that is supposed to come out, like the Beast. They keep mentioning the Beast, as in that's the personality you have to be careful about, like something bad is gonna happen, and some other personalities keep warning them about the Beast. But it's a very entertaining movie, and anything that has like multiple personality disorder in it, I think is just good and interesting. Like I watched like 2 Korean dramas where it was about multiple personality disorder, and both were like really great. Number 7 on my list, I have Get Out. Now that movie, like I did not expect to like it so much, and I did not expect to see what I saw. Basically, there's this couple, there's a white girl and a black guy, and I have to mention that. So he goes to her parents because it's time to meet the parents, I guess. But then, wow, disturbing things happen, and then her mother has like a, I don't know, she's like a psychiatrist kinda. She has some kind of she does some psychological thing to people. When he gets there, he realizes that all the people working there are black. But I don't know, there was something disturbing about that, and a lot of weird things happen where, yeah, the movie really builds up to like a big climax, and at the end of the movie you're like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening, and it's just, you get glued to the screen. Number 6 on my list, I have Kingsman: The Golden Circle. Well, Kingsman is like so good. I don't know if you've never watched Kingsman before. This is the second one, so if you've never watched Kingsman before, you have to go watch it because it's amazing. The story is kind of goes along like the first one. You know, there's a villain and you have to stop him or her, and there's also like the slow motion scenes like the first one. In this movie, you know, Eggsy is already trained, so he's the one, you know, fighting the villain and stuff. But it's a really good movie. You really have to watch it. If you have not watched the first one, you have to watch the first one first. So yeah, it's amazing. Also want to mention that I really love the pug in that movie. It's so cute. Number 5 on my list is Life. This movie, actually, I want to say, like, when I watched the trailer at first, I wasn't interested at all. You know, the trailer didn't get to me. I was like, oh, just another space movie. It's just boring. Nothing's gonna happen, you know. And so I didn't watch it in the theater, but I watched it at home, and oh my god, was I wrong. That movie, like, will put you at the edge of your seat. Okay, so basically there's all these astronauts, and they're all excited because they found this, you know, possible extraterrestrial life form from Mars. So they take this little, almost like looks like a little leaf, like something very small, you know, and they kind of like start to like breed it, like taking care of it, so, you know, it's alive by the time they get to Earth, I guess, so they can prove that they found life on Mars. But things get bad quick, like, oh my god. So that thing starts growing and growing and growing, and it's very, very intelligent. Like, it's like almost as intelligent as humans, if not even more. And basically all these astronauts are in big trouble because that thing is gonna try to kill them, and oh my god, it will put you at the edge of your seat. Like, that movie is amazing. I totally not expected it, and I was very well surprised, and I freaking loved it. Number 4 on my list, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, well, there's not much to say about this movie because it's like, you know, Marvel superhero movies. They always have the same kind of storyline, but we still love it anyway, I guess. But this one, the one thing I have to say about this one is that it's a lot more funny than the first one. So they really focus a lot on the comedy aspect of the movie on this one. And now we have a little Groot and it's just so cute. So yeah, if you're familiar with the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, is like all these, I don't know, are they considered superheroes? I don't know, they just have to save the galaxy, and that's pretty much that. Number 3 on my list is Jumanji. I watched this movie a couple days ago, and I loved it so much that it immediately became number 3 on the best movies of 2017. So I was very excited to watch this movie. It did not disappoint at all, and basically, you know, the first Jumanji is a classic, and this one is just funny, like hella funny, and it will make you laugh from beginning to end, especially Kevin Hart, Jack Black, so funny. So basically, instead of a board game, because no one plays board games anymore, I guess, the game becomes a video game, and when you start playing, you select your characters, and then you start the game, and then you're sucked into the game, like literally, and then basically you fall into this jungle, and then you have 3 lives, and the only way to get out of the game is to win and finish the game and win. So yeah, a lot of things happen. They go through a lot of problems, but basically the whole point is that all of them have their strengths and weaknesses, and they have to work together as a team to to beat the game and win and save Jumanji. So yeah, funniest movie of 2017 for sure. Number 2 on my list, I have Beauty and the Beast. This movie was so good and magical, and it just makes you feel good. So the movie really follows, you know, the animation movie, the original one, and it's just so good. Emma Watson, I did not know she could sing at all. I was quite surprised about that, and the movie's just so good, and I feel like Emma Watson was like perfect for the role. Like, she really looked like a perfect Belle. So yeah, there's a lot of music and it's all very magical. It's also on Netflix, so you can watch it for free on Netflix. And yeah, the movie is just like the original one, the story that you're very familiar with. It just follows it very well, and you know, it just touches your heart, you know, because love is very strong. And finally, number 1 on my list, my favorite movie of 2017 is Wonder Woman. And this movie is my favorite one of the year. I don't know, there's something about it that just made me love it so much, and it made me feel so empowered as a woman. Like, I remember I watched it in the theater, and I remember just after I left the theater, I was feeling like so empowered for some reason. Like, I can be Wonder Woman, like I can do anything. So that's my top 10 movies of 2017, and just like I promised, I'm gonna mention the worst movie of the year for me, and that movie has to be Ghost in the Shell. That was the worst movie I've seen out of all the movies. Like, I watched a lot of movies and I enjoyed like all of them at some extent, but Ghost in the Shell, wow, it was kind of painful to watch actually. Like, I saw the trailer, it seemed exciting, I was excited to watch it, I went to the theater to watch it, and oh my god, it was so boring. And I swear, like, I was in the theater like halfway through the movie, I'm actually thinking if I leave or not in the middle of the movie. Like, I was trying to think, okay, I paid for it, should I just stay until the end? I mean, this is kind of painful, this is so boring, I really don't like this movie, and I just want to leave. Like, I was just waiting for the moment that I left. So that, yeah, it was really bad. At least in my opinion, I really hated it. So those are my favorite movies, and that's my least favorite movie. So I want to ask you, what are your favorite movies of 2017, and what's the worst movie of the year in your opinion? I'm also curious to know that. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and make sure to subscribe, because I will see you next time. Bye bye.